That is, until recently, when the progressives again became arrogant, and now they don't care what face you see. Last week on radio, we were talking about the Beatles song, Revolution. I really listened to the words of this, and I got to tell you something. The Beatles they spell it all out. And it's all about understanding how progressives have been operating. Listen carefully.
You say you want a revolution, well, you know, we all want to change the world.
Okay, we all want to change the world. They say you want a revolution. A revolution. But how do you go about changing the world without waking too many people up that don't want your kind of change? The key is in the lyrics. Listen.
You tell me that it's evolution, well, you know, we all want to change the world. But when you talk about destruction, don't you know that you can count me out?
Revolution. Revolution. That leads to destruction. You can count me out of a revolution because that is destruction. But progressives know. You drop the one letter and make it evolution, and I'm there. They lay the plan out nicely.
Say you change the Constitution, well, you know, we all want to change your head.
The Beatles knew. They knew opening defending Mao or attacking the Constitution would be suicidal. You can't change it. You can't have a revolution. But you can make the Constitution evolve. You can make it a, what is it the progressives said around the turn of the century? A living document. Evolution. Evolution, not revolution. Slowly, step by step. You know what? If I told you I wanted to get from here to here, you'd say, no, I'm sorry, I'm over here. But if I said, no, don't worry, we're A, B, C, D, pretty soon I could slow down, I could stop. For a while we could look the other way. We'd be at M. And I'm going to P, Q, R, S. And pretty soon we're at Z. Evolution. Progressives had to continue to follow that playbook. If they had, we may have never known that we were right on the doorstep of Z. But then they became arrogant and impatient, either believing that their movement had progressed to the point where it just couldn't be stopped, or because there is absolutely no diversity of opinion in their circles. They all think the same way. They're all from radical 60 background. So Obama moved ahead, light speed with his agenda. And if not for appointing this guy, an avowed communist, Van Jones, a guy who left the White House, if it wasn't for this one, Anita Dunn, singing the praises of Chairman Mao, one for her. If it wasn't for his anti-capitalist manufacturing czar, where power, he agrees with Mao, it comes from the barrel of a gun, that the free market system and capitalism is dead. If it wasn't for the arrogance of Andy Stern, the most frequent visitor at the White House, anti-capitalist. If it wasn't for John Holdren, people on this show may not have known. You may not have known. But now we do know. It's not a revolution, it's evolution. I want to make it clear for any professors who might be watching who are still believing this bullcrap that they keep teaching every day. No one on this program is saying this administration is setting out to commit atrocities in America. What we are saying is the pattern repeats itself, and we must be vigilant and watch for warning signs, like Andy Stern.
We're trying to use the power of persuasion, and if that doesn't work, we're going to use the persuasion of power.
Got it? The guy who said workers of the world unite is no longer a slogan anymore. We'll use the power of persuasion, and if not, bada bing. Is that a threat, Andy Stern? Our founders knew too much government is never desirable. It never will bring you more freedom. The people in this administration have shown us certain warning signs, and isn't it stupid of us to ignore those signs? It doesn't mean that that's where the road is going to end up. It just means there's a warning sign here. Careful, hazard ahead. But don't worry. The danger really is only heightened when you couple radical revolutionary ideas with arrogance. I think the president was right when he said this isn't 1994. Heck, it's not 1934, it's not 1994. What was it he said the difference was? Oh yeah, that's right. We have him, Barack Obama. If we are not careful, America, their arrogance will not only be their undoing, which it already has, but if we're not careful, it will be ours as well.